The Girl Scouts of Central Indiana held the luncheon at the Fowler House Mansion to celebrate women having the right to vote for 99 years.
In history, there's evidence and photographs of the ways in which Girl Scouts actually participated in the suffrage movement and how they supported. And there's a picture that comes to mind where the Girl Scouts locally volunteered to hold women's babies and children, like babysit them, out on the doorstep while the woman could go in and vote.
Chief Executive Officer of the Girl Scouts of Central Indiana, Danielle Shockey, says a lot has changed with the organization over the last 100 years. But the one thing that remains the same are the core values.
We've always been about leadership and giving women the tools and the resources to be leaders in their community, to see when something might need to change or might need an element of improvement.
Shockey says the ways the organization reaches girls and the uniforms are what keeps changing.
Yeah, and there are actually women here today dressed in period uniform pieces, so they've evolved really with women's fashion.
Jane Turner was a Girl Scout 60 years ago. She says Girl Scouts was important when both her and her mother were young.
And we have her uniform, we have my Brownie uniform, and this is her uniform from the late 50s and early 60s. And I'm amazed I can still wear her uniform.
Jane says when she was a Girl Scout, she learned a lot of useful life skills beyond sewing and cooking badges.
What sticks with me is the primitive camping. In primitive camping, you learn how to survive without electricity, without running water.
Jane Turner says Girl Scouts changed her as a person, and she is happy that the organization keeps evolving with the changing world.
Have to become educated in all of the new things that didn't exist when I was a Girl Scout or Mother was a leader. It's important that Girl Scouts keep moving on.
Shockey says the proceeds from the luncheon will go to support Girls and Girls scholarships. She says last year her organization gave over $500,000 in scholarships so girls, regardless of their parents' income, could access Girl Scouts. Shockey says there are big plans to celebrate the 100th anniversary of women's suffrage next year. In Lafayette, Nina Schlossberg, Star City News.